Guys, remember, you're an entrepreneur. Now, I want to show you something on how I actually work this list. One thing I almost glazed over that's very important, how the list is worked, how you calculate and plan your strategy, and what happens in the brain when you use this, okay? So I'm going to put this down here, try to get close as I can with the camera so you can see it. This is a go-to-market strategy, not the paper towel that's sitting there. All right. So I'm the associate, and I'm going out. I printed my list, and you'll see it's blank. You know, well, it's not blank. It's got the businesses listed on there. It shows. I'll get a little closer so you can see it. It shows the address of the business. It shows EE count, employee count, how many people they have. But what's really nice about this is it also shows the last name of the business owner, the first name of the business owner, and then also the executive, like the ownership on a lot of these. It'll say like executive, vice president, owner, manager, at site means site manager, and then their phone number so you can call them. All right. So that's the way it looks when you start out your day, but then when you really start working your plan and your strategy and you really divide and conquer your market, that's what it should look like when you've marked it. Now it looks like you see the lighter green, it's actually yellow. I don't know why it's coming through light green. But the yellow means that I stopped at the business and walked in and basically did an in-person approach. Yellow all the way across. Now you'll notice I've got different colored highlights. So here I highlighted the person's name. It's already highlighted in yellow all the way across, but then I highlight their name when I meet with the business owner in blue. Yellow and blue make green, so it turns green once I've met with the business owner. And then you'll see I have little notes out to the side, like FU doesn't mean FU, it means follow up. Okay, let's be it means follow up, but follow up on 6/1. So I have an actionable item that's also going to be on my calendar. Okay, I'll actually list this out on my calendar, and I put the business name, the specific time, and FU next to it. Okay. Don't tell me FU. I don't want to hear that. Now, once I've opened the account and enrolled the group, I'm going to highlight the whole thing with blue. So blue over yellow makes green. What this does to the brain is it shows you you're making progress. It shows you who you've already contacted, the accounts you've already opened. It's a great follow-up tool. But the thing is I've divided and conquered the market. Then what I'm ready to do is flip to the next page and start there and turn this to be the same thing. Guys, me and my partner use this strategy and this tool. So you need a yellow and blue highlighter. You need to have this in a 3-ring binder. You got to have your do not contact list with it and turn it into activity and action so you can have the success I had. Me and my partner used this strategy, used the divide and conquer approach in time and in leads. And what happened is, between the two of us, we opened up 67 accounts in 2010. I was number 1 in new accounts, she was number 2. And we divided every single account, and everything was 50-50 on the split, on the commission, because we're both brand new associates. Somebody sat down with me once in a class, and they said, I see you guys work together all the time. I said, yep, she gets the account, then I get the next account, and we split it 50-50. And he goes, that's stupid. I said, why is it stupid? And he goes, because I want 100%. And I said, I'll tell you something right now. And I got pissed off. I had my partner sitting next to me, Carol. Listen, when you're on my team, I got your back. I'll fight for you. And I looked at him and I said, man, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody say. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, I guarantee you that her and I will open up 4 times the accounts you will by yourself, which means we'll make twice as much money. If money's I'm here to help people, but if he's talking about money, he wants 100%. I'll take 50% of something, because guess what? Without Carol and then without Tammy later on, I wouldn't be here today. Because guess what? That guy's not. About 6 weeks after he talked to me, he quit. Loser. I'm going to tell you something. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. But seriously, partners work in this business. When you work with another person, even especially when you're brand new, 4 eyes are better than 2. 2 heads are better than 1. When you're out there in the field, man, they'll see something you don't see, and you'll have more opportunity. Plus, usually the partners have 2 roles. You know, they take 2 roles. I was the account opener. I was the guy who kicked the darn door down. And then Carol was the person that did the enrollment. You know, she sat there and enrolled everybody up, prepared the deduction sheets. Now you'd prepare the service binder, and we would go out and visit the accounts together, deliver the deductions, deliver the service agreement, make sure everything's okay. We call the business on the first deduction date, the day before the deduction date, and make sure that they are putting their deductions in. And then we call the business on the first invoice and make sure the invoice is okay. Each one of those things are calendared. So when I open up an account, they tell me our first deduction date is this. I put that on my calendar and I call them. And then the first invoice date, I know that because of the way the account's set up. I put that on my calendar because I'm going to call them and say, is everything on the invoice okay? And then I'm going to ask them, are there any claims I need to help your associates out with that maybe they haven't called me on yet? No, we're pretty good. Are there any new hires that we need to see to provide coverage for? So always service, sell. Okay, not sale. Are there any new hires? Is your invoice okay? Or are there any claims? You just rocked her world, man, because when you called her, it just sounded like you're just calling to sign people up. No, I want to call people in service. Is the invoice okay? Are there any claims I need to help out with in your company? Third, are there any new hires I need to see? Very important you ask those 3 questions. And I called my companies most of the time every month, if not, at worst case, every other month, and check in with them. It takes 5 minutes to have a nice phone call with your customer. So guys, listen, I hope you learned a lot from this today. If you need more detailed information on this, or you want to see my example, or if you want me to help you build a list, I'd really like your district to build your list with you so they have the control on, you know, the blocks that they're giving out. And the only reason why is because I don't want to duplicate our efforts, all right? But I'm willing to spend time with you. If you need time with me, if I send out my calendar to everybody, I'm in your market, and you see that I'm going to be out in Lake Havasu or in Flagstaff or over, I'll go and run an appointment with you. I don't mind. And you know what? It'll be a fun time. We'll have a great time together. So I'm going to leave you with this. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. That's the plan. That's the design. You can be one of 2 things. You can be an entrepreneur, or you can work for one. Guys, you're with Aflac, so you just chose to be an entrepreneur. Now work for yourself. Dial in your plans. Dial in your focus. Make sure you're out there to help people. And we can't have somebody get diagnosed with cancer in northern Arizona with not knowing what Aflac does and how we can help them. If they don't get the policy, but they were informed, at least these people had the power of choice. They had the decision, but they can't have the decision unless you get in front of them. So guys, make sure you're focused in on this. Design your plan and run your plan and be honest with yourself. Thank you guys, and have a great day.